Who'd have thought a mafia assassination when I was just a little kid would have changed the history of my family and made me a very curious George, which has served me extravagantly well my entire life. Good morning, this is John Checky. I want to thank Mr. Conley. Mr. Conley was kind enough to teach me the most valuable lesson that anybody ever taught me. Yes, he talked about the stock market and life and business. What he really taught me was hang out with people who will mentor you, teach you, hold you accountable, call you to task. Next on the hit parade was Mr. Greco. Mr. Greco was a district or area advisor for the Bergen Evening Record. And he was kind enough to let me have a paper route that went through Frankie's Market, which taught me a lot of sales skills and negotiation skills. Frankie's Market was a little kind of like an outlet mall where individual entrepreneurs would have a little stand, like a little store. There were Italian delis with wonderful cheese and olive oil in old-fashioned tin cans. And there were clothing areas. Just about everything you could imagine was in Frankie's Market. And I had a little paper route with about 20, 30 customers that were regular customers. But I would learn very quickly to order some extra newspapers so that I could, in fact, have some to sell right smack dab there to people who were not long-time subscribers, but who would occasionally buy a newspaper, thus teaching me sales skills and negotiation skills at an early age. Also, Mr. Greco was a scuba diver. It was the early 1960s. I'm talking 1962. I was 14. We formed the Lodi Divers Club, went to the Hackensack YMCA, learned how to snorkel like crazy, and became a certified scuba diver. Saved up enough money to buy my own scuba diving rig, and have enjoyed scuba diving and researching underwater activities and marine life and coral ever since, particularly like coral. So, two mentors by 14. Oh, well, I was also 14. Mr. DiLorenzo, who was a basketball coach and the 8th grade teacher. Wonderful man. Taught me the most valuable skill that I've ever learned in mathematics, and that was ratio and proportion. A is to B as Y is to Z. And you cross multiply to be able to solve for any of those factors. A swell idea. Great for recipes, balance sheets, and the like over time. Thank you, Mr. DiLorenzo. Another harder lesson was getting kidnapped at knife point and my body stuffed in a cement mixer in, of all places, a Hackensack junkyard. Morning. And what did that teach me? Again, it goes back to negotiation skills. What do I mean by that? Well, I didn't get killed, didn't get badly beaten or shaken, just got held captive at knife point for a period of time. And I'm thinking eventually I must have somehow or other talked my way out of it. Thank you so much, neighbors, for this amazingly beautiful flower garden. Another time, as a young person in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, right next to Hackensack, got jumped, mugged, beaten up. Well, my dad had worked for some folks in New Jersey. Later went on to be a welder, which really impacted his income. But we gathered the parents and the kids who did that and informed them that that would never blinking happen again. There'd be no more jumping Johnny. Johnny also started hitting boards, studying martial arts, practicing smacking first substances, that is, surfaces, and then, in time, getting revenge on the people who had done what they had done. Life is good. Do not jack with little people. We eventually become a lot more capable than you can imagine. But it was very helpful. In addition to that, as a little kid, I was kind of a cute little kid, and the kids on my side of town, which was not the great side of town, really and truly resented the bejesus out of Johnny. He was this guy who, first car was an MGA, was a certified scuba diver, and built a pool in his backyard, did all kinds of adventures on a regular basis, eventually joined the Sea Scouts instead of the Boy Scouts. So on my poor side of town, there was a lot of resentment. When I went to school and got to hang out with the better funded children, whose parents had finished basements rather than the dungeon, and who had lots of food in their houses, they were very nice. They were very gracious. They had manners. They were lovely people who were teaching their children how to be lovely, kind, generous, thoughtful people, unlike the screaming banshees on my side of town. So, what did I learn there? Hang out with well-funded people who are bright and generous, not to exploit that. That's not what I'm talking about at all. But instead, to actually learn the nicer traits, where the forks go, where the spoons go, where the knives go, how to properly prepare food, the varieties of food that are available, and what quieter, more restrained, mannerly people can be like. Let's switch gears completely and come up with the most valuable lesson I can teach you quickly and finally, and that is how to be instantly happier than you are at this moment. Very simple. Make a donation to your favorite charity. Another thing is you can be of service. One of the things I love to do while I'm taking a walk is pick up the newspaper and fling it closer to something. Why do I do that? I do that as a service to my community. Plus, it gives me a chance to see who is or who's not picking up their newspaper or their little Sunday throwaway section, which advertises local merchants. See how the yards are doing, see how the trees are being trimmed or not, which gives me an idea of the health and stability associated with my neighborhood, which has a direct impact on a variety of things. One, quality of life. Two, to a much lesser extent, as my wife would say, the resale value of our house. But again, to be instantly happier than you are right at this moment, make a donation to your favorite charity. One of which comes to mind, if you're a member of Genius Network or not, is a group called Genius Recovery. It's a group founded by Joe Polish, who has been very open about his various struggles with various addictions over time. But it's to dignify the folks and help cure the folks through thoughtful, organized, scientifically based ways. Also, there's a guy there that flips in and out, Andre Norman, who is very good at helping schools reorient themselves, prisons become safer places, and our relatives and ourselves also kick various maladies in life shortening and threatening situations. This is John Checky wishing you a happy, healthier, more joyous Sunday, which turns out to be August, if memory serves me correctly, the 6th. Have fun, be well. This is John Checky.